Hello everybody, this is articles and the part 6. In this video, I'll be talking more about the article the and a little bit more about the zero article. That is a situation when no article is needed. So, are you ready? Here we go! We use the with superlative adjectives. What are superlative adjectives? Well, when comparing more than two things, we use words and phrases like the smallest, the biggest, the most beautiful, and there's many more. We use the with superlatives because there's only one or one group of the thing we are talking about. Let's take a look at example number 1. In number 1, Jim is the smartest student in his class. Here, we are talking about one student being the smartest in his class. We say the because it's clear to the listener which one, that is, which student we mean. Now, let's take a look at example number 2. The New York Mets are the best baseball team in the National League. In this example, we are talking about a team, a group, being the best in the league. Again, we use the because it is clear to the listener who we are talking about. Alright, I'm going to do a video on comparatives, so if you're a little bit confused, don't worry right now. And let's move on to the next situation. We use the when we are talking about musical instruments. Let's take a look at the examples. In example number 1, Mark plays the guitar at parties. We say the guitar. Alright, and the same with example number 2. Clara has been playing the piano for most of her life. The piano is an instrument and we use the. Okay, you got it? Alright, let's move on. The is required when a surname or family name is used in the plural to show the members of the family together, or just a husband and wife as a family. Let's take a look at example number 1. The Browns have a large house near the lake. Here it's the Browns. We say the Browns. And this is the family. The Browns are a family. Now it could be just a husband and a wife, right? We don't know. But we know it's the family. The same with example number 2. The Millers don't have any dogs or cats. So the same thing. We have the Millers. Alright, that's the family name, the surname. Alright, you got it? We also use the with most museums, monuments, and other places of interest. Now, there's too many places to name, so I just picked a few. Number 1, the British Museum has a huge collection of antiques. As you can see, it's the British Museum. In number 2, a popular tourist attraction is the Great Wall of China. Again, as you can see, we use the Great Wall of China. And in number 3, the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial are great places to visit while on vacation. Here we have a monument, right? It's the Washington Monument. And we have a memorial, which is another place of interest. The Lincoln Memorial. All right? And here are a few places of interest with no articles. They use that zero article I was talking about. Alright, so in example number 1, many great writers of the past are buried in Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey, there's no article there. Alright? And the same with number 2, Stonehenge is a mysterious place in southern England. Another place of interest, Stonehenge, and there's no article, right? The zero article is used there. All right? And finally, we have parks, amusement parks, national parks, and squares usually don't take an article, right? Or take the zero article. Let's look at the examples. In number 1, Central Park is a large public park in New York City. As you can see, there's no article in front of Central Park. It takes the zero article. And in number 2, Disney World attracts millions of tourists each year. In this case, we have an amusement park, Disney World, and you can see it doesn't take an article, right? It's a zero article again. And in number 3, a geyser named Old Faithful is in Yellowstone National Park. In this case, we have Yellowstone National Park, and as you can see, there's no article there. And finally, in number 4, Red Square is a city square in Moscow, Russia. And like the other 3, there's no article. It takes a zero article. All right? Okay, that's all for this video. Articles Part 7, which is the final video in this series, will be coming up next. I hope everyone is enjoying this series, and I hope you guys are learning something. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.